Let's talk about the 3 shows that we are going to offer every week here at Milk Road Radio. We've got the News Roll-Up, we got Market Watch, and we have Founders Insights. Kai, tell us about the News Roll-Up. What can people expect from that?
Yeah, so this has always been our top show on the podcast. It comes out every Friday morning and basically is a wrap-up of everything that's gone on over the last week. So we do our best to cover what's happening in the markets, what's happening in terms of like news, whether it's big industry stuff, it's new launches, new announcements, whatever. And then we also talk about airdrop them like it's hot. And then we do some agree disagrees where we talk about what's happening on Twitter, people that have strong opinions, we sort of debate them and we go over it. So it's a great episode because if you don't have a lot of time, you listen to this one episode, it's 1 hour every week, and it basically gets you covered on everything. It's just like what Milk Road newsletter is, 5 minutes every single day, and you get up to speed on what's happening that day. This is that, but in more detail. You get to hear the opinions of Jay, myself, people that we're talking to, and we cover a more broader, and I would say more in depth than what you get to do in the newsletter. So it's the perfect addition to the 5 minutes a day you get from the Milk Road newsletter.
And that comes out every Friday for those who want to make sure you check that out as soon as it drops. Kai, then we've got the Market Watch. What is the Market Watch and why should people listen to this?
Yeah, so this is a show that I host by myself. Jay's not involved in this one. And I bring on investors from many different dynamics, many different areas, whether they're crypto native investors, whether they are more TradFi investors that are getting involved in crypto. And sometimes I'll just do it myself and I'll share a screen and I'll walk through a bunch of charts and things that like our team, the research team from Pro is looking at. But it is your way to really understand markets in an in-depth way. Not just read someone's tweet on what they're buying or selling or some chart they're showing. It's a full hour-long episode on a thesis, right? An update on the cycle, an update on where markets are at, whether it's macro, sometimes it's some technical analysis. We're looking at on-chain stuff. It is every type of indicator you can think of we're going to be covering in this Market Watch. So if you are a big-time investor and you really want to know what's going on with markets, this is the episode for you.
Love it. Last up, we have Founders Insights, and this is my weekly show where I come. Sometimes Kai joins. Sometimes we have you join too, Kai. And this is where I interview leading founders from the on-chain Web3 world to really have them share their insights with you. And usually these insights fit into a few different categories. Usually these are insights of the disruption that the on-chain world is going to have on Web2 technology. Where do they see the needle moving? Where are these big disruptions going to take place? And also from their perspective, working deep in founding a business, they usually can see things before the rest of us can. They usually have leading indicators. Or the other category that a lot of these insights come into is really the insights of what it's like to be a founder in one of the fastest moving tech industries in the world. What's it like to raise capital? What's it like to figure out your tokenomics? What are the main considerations? How do you think about a TGE? How do you think about the future of what you're building and how it fits with a DAO or on-chain governance? All these things that you need to think about with a crypto business that are so different than previous businesses.
I'll tell you what I like about this episode the most. This is what helps you separate the signal from the noise because you get to understand what businesses in this space are actually sustainable, right? Jay's out there with the founders talking about business models. How are they making money? Does that money go back to the token holders? How does this all work? What are their plans for the future? Like if you want to understand a project and where it's going, this is the deep dive. And I think it's very, very useful, especially if you're invested in any of the projects and things that Jay is going to be interviewing. So very, very useful and helpful episode.
And I'm thinking what we should do, Kai, is everybody should bring a glass of milk every week. And so we can, start to learn a bit about our guests and what kind of milk they drink. Are they going to bring oat or soy or almond? You never know.
We're not interviewing anyone that drinks soy milk, Jay. This is a
Kai, the soy milk hater. I love soy milk personally, but we're not going to get into milk preferences right now. We want to tell you guys about the new product that we just launched because it is so freaking exciting. You're going to love it. And I'm going to tell you why you're going to love it because it's going to help you make more money. I just want to read you. We just released the first Milk Road Pro report. That's the product I'm talking about this past Saturday. And here's what somebody said. They said it was effing great. They gave it 5 milk glasses out of 5. They said, great analysis. You give all the calories like old, good, full fat milk.
Here it is. See, they didn't say like soy milk, Jay. They said like good, full fat milk. Exactly it.
Okay, so what is Milk Road Pro? Tell us about this product.
Yeah, so Milk Road Pro is the level up from the Milk Road free newsletter that you get. The free newsletter is your simple, quick insights on what's happening in terms of the news. Milk Road Pro is your in-depth research, but for explained in an easy way. It's institutional grade research, is how I like to say it, but it's made for your typical average investor, right? You don't need to understand the finance lingo to get this, but it's a ton of charts, a ton of analysis. It is what the institutions want in terms of their analysis, but it's just explained in a nice story. It's explained through a lot of charts. It makes it so that anyone can understand it, just like what we do with Milk Road free newsletter. So we like to say it's your number one resource for on-chain analytics, for tokenomic deep dives, for macro analysis, and more, all combined into one. And its sole purpose is to help you successfully invest in crypto. Straightforward.
Okay, so I subscribe. What's the breakdown of how is it going to help me be a better investor, Kai?
Yeah, so there's a few components to it. We're always kind of building this out as we build out our pro research team. So we're always creating new content. But right now, you have one pro report that comes out every week. Right now, it's on Saturdays. And it comes in the form of either a token analysis, a sector analysis, market analysis, or investment strategy. So just real quick, market analysis is like we're breaking down macro, we're breaking down technical analysis. We're helping you understand where the cycle is at, where the market is at. Are we in the early stages, late stages, middle stages of a bull market? Are we heading into a bear market? So the direction of markets. Token analysis is looking into specific projects and specific tokens. What are the tokenomics of it? Is this thing legit? Is it sustainable? And really trying to understand, is this thing investable from a fundamental level, but also from a pumpamental level? Like maybe it's not so much fundamentally strong right now, but it's about to hit a narrative. And so both the token analysis will do that, but so does sector analysis. What are the big narratives coming into this space? And what do you need to understand? We just released one just before we merged into Milk Road on AI and crypto. And we did a whole breakdown of breaking into categories. How can you think about this space and start investing in it? So that was a really good one. And then finally, investment strategy. A lot of people in crypto are retail, right? They're just your average investor who happen to be early in the space, don't really have a good plan in place. And so we also have reports that are helping you build a plan, how to set up your portfolio, when to be selling, just tips around the bull market, tips around the bear market, so on and so forth. We actually have an investor's guide. So as soon as you sign up to Pro, you'll get it in the welcome email where it breaks all this down for you. And we have all of this in a nice set up, perfect way for you. But these are all the reports you can expect on a weekly basis. Then we also have ongoing indicators. Today was our first one as we're recording this a few days before this goes out. But on Tuesday, we have a where are we in the cycle indicators. And it's 5 charts that we update on a weekly basis, helping you understand if we're at the top yet. When should you be selling, basically? We're going to be adding more, but that's what we've got for now.
Amazing. And one other key thing that comes with this product and where the magic really happens, Kai, is in the community, because we've got over 1,000 people already that have joined this product. Kai, tell us about the community and what happens there.
Yeah, so the community is the place, one, to access us, our research team, if you have questions, but also to access the other listeners and the other readers. People have been that read Milk Road and now that will be listening to Milk Road, they've been in the space for a long time. So it's not just about coming in and hearing what I have to say or what some of our research team has to say. It's learning from the other community that's really in this space. I mean, we just launched this and updated actually the channels. We have market analysis channels, we have degen trading channels, we have airdrop farming channels. It's where all the alpha lives, right? There's not as much alpha on the newsletter because it's slower. It takes a while to write these out, but alpha can be immediate inside this Discord channel, and it comes from, hundreds of people. So there's a lot of opportunity in there. We also do live AMAs, and so it's the place to really get down and dirty and like really, really understand what's going on in this space. So it's the alpha spot. That's what we're calling that for now. So make sure you check that out. That all comes as part of the Pro membership.
All right. So if I want to get these weekly reports, I want to get this daily analysis that comes in the free newsletter, I want to get this access to this community. Kai, how much is it going to cost me? How do I get it?
Yeah, so right now, we actually just finished our early bird campaign, so as we launch this. But for those listening to the podcast, we're giving a podcast-specific discount. The link is in the show notes. All you got to do is click there. It'll take you to the landing page where you can sign up. You can pay monthly, you can pay yearly, but you're going to get 25% off right now because you're a podcast listener. That campaign ended on Wednesday, the early bird one. But we figured, you know what? For podcast people, let's extend it for you guys. And you can get 25% off today. I think it's $22 a month or $200 a year. But with 25% off, you're going to save a bunch. So why not do that? So yeah, go check that out. Get in there. There's so much happening in that Discord right now. I've been literally sitting in it all day. It's been a good time.